And there we are, honoring America. It sounded like the Chipmunks, but I don't know who it was. It was a recording that Sarah Eisenhower, who's made her way over from women's soccer to volleyball, threw on. We had, of course, a little bit of a delay there. We got the PA guy on his game. Got that track thrown on as well to start us off here from the Butler Center. And they're introducing starters. I'll give them to you right now. St. Ben's Victoria Nass will be the libero and defensive specialist. Last year, St. Ben's not a single player in the top 12 in digs. They are much improved this year, though, at the net, on the defensive side. Thanks to Victoria Nash. She is number 3 in the MIAC in digs per set at the moment. Laura Schmidt, the top hitter for St. Ben's, number 3. She will be one of the starters as well. Gabby Narvarez and Taya Kokelman, who is absolutely spectacular in the setter role for St. Ben's. She is leading the MIAC in assists per set at the moment. The St. Ben's squad leading the MIAC in kills per set as well. Sophie Stengel, number 12, she'll be wearing, and number 15, Mary Franz, and number 18, Lexi Ryan, who is the top hitter for St. Ben's last year, comes in number 4 on the team in kills per set, number 4. So a lot of depth here on this St. Ben's squad. That is number 18 in the nation in the St. Ben's Blazers. They'll be wearing the light red, I suppose, light red uniforms with black along the shoulders and white along the sides, along with the black shorts and white knee pads. For St. Kate's, your starters are Jana Christensen. She is a senior. She was one of the top hitters for this team last year. She is back again. Shani Hurd, the libero and defensive specialist. Number 6, Carsey Knutson. Abigail Palmer, also a starter. Amber Zier and Megan Lindenfelser, who you heard Coach Phelps speak glowingly of in the pregame. The first year has come in and contributed right away. As we said, the last 2 for St. Kate's, both 3-2 losses. Wisconsin Stout, that was 18-16 in the 5th. That was over the weekend, a 5-set heartbreaker. And St. Olaf 17-15 in the 5th, another tough one to drop. Shani Hurd 7th in the MIAC in digs per set. Last year she was also 7th. Senior setter Carsey Knutson, she'll be acting as the setter, as we said today. She was number 11 in the MIAC in assists per set, and that's the same as she is this year. So not a whole lot seems to have changed in the statistical department, at least. As you hear the whistle sound down on the court, we are up top here in the newly renovated Butler Center, our usual spot to call these games, and right on the track. A little track around the top of this basketball/volleyball court. A little cardio area over here to our left, and we're about 15 feet above the playing court, and these two teams, you can hear them. They're getting pumped up for this one. This is a huge matchup for both of these teams. And St. Kate's could obviously use a bounce back after 2 conference losses. But boy, is that a stiff test here today against the number 18 team in the country, St. Ben's, who, as we said, has played, their last 5 against ranked opponents. Their last 5 matches against the top 28 in the country. That is absolutely incredible. See here who's going to serve first. We're going to have a sub. The defensive specialist is going to come in right away for Corey Phelps' squad. It's going to be Shani Hurd. She's wearing gold. And the libero for St. Ben's, Victoria Nass, wearing white. St. Kate's will be first to serve, and it will be Carsey Knutson, who is the setter here for St. Kate's today, who have lost overall 4 of their last 5. Here's Knutson to get us underway. Sends it over, and it is not a good start. You heard Coach Phelps in the pregame say that serving was one of the strengths of this team, at least so far, but Knutson flies one out into the right of our court here. Here's Laura Schmidt, top hitter for St. Ben's to serve. It's fielded by Hurd. There is Knutson. Back row, that is Megan Lindenfelser, and that one also out, so 2 errors early. 1 on the service and 1 in real-time action for St. Kate's. Hitting is what has killed them. 35 errors against Gustavus, 27 against St. Olaf. The serve by Schmidt, fielded by Hurd. There is Knutson. This side it is Jana Christensen. Nice job by Schmidt digging that one. In front of us, that is Lexi Ryan, dug out by St. Kate's, sent over by Shani Hurd, back to Benz. On the far side, it is Bailey Reichen, who checked in early, and that one was 1 hit too many. Yep, that was 1 hit too many on St. Kate's. So Bailey Reichen will be credited with the kill. Here's Schmidt again, 3-0 here early. It's fielded by Hurd. There is Knutson in the middle. It is Alyssa Besch, who, again, Corey Phelps said she has been absolutely fantastic. 21 kills for Alyssa this Wednesday against St. Olaf. Hit at a 5:14 clip, and she's off to a nice start here today. Serving is Palmer. Fielded by St. Ben's. Kokelman dishes it up for Mary Franz. St. Kate's fields it. There with the swing is Alyssa Besch. Dug out again by St. Ben's. On the second hit, that is Reichen. Now it's Kokelman. And it's Lexi Ryan sent to the back row. Dug out by St. Kate's. There is Megan Lindenfelser. That's dug out by Victoria Nass. In the middle and putting it away is Mary Franz. Franz so far on this very young season. 2.42 kills per set, second on the team to Laura Schmidt. And of their main attackers, she is leading St. Ben's in hitting percentage at 262. 4-1 St. Ben's. Serving is Megan Koop. There is Megan Lindenfelser, sent over by the back row of St. Kate's. And here in the middle is Sophie Stengel. And it's sent back at her by St. Kate's. Stengel again. That one's over to Karsi Knudsen. Battle for it at the net, and it's won by St. Ben's. Putting it away is Gabby Narvarez. Unable to send it back at her was Alyssa Besch. And 5-1 now early. Once again, it'll be Megan Koop. And St. Ben's going to use a number of different players here today against St. Kate's. Koop didn't start, but she does serve. It's over to Megan Lindenfelser in the middle. It was once again Alyssa Besch trying to send it over, but came up short on that. And another unforced error and a timeout for St. Kate's. Boy, early, absolutely early, and not a good start here for St. Kate's. 6-1 as we'll step aside and pay some bills here on TJ Broadcast Services and Stretch Internet.
Offers a full spectrum of orthopedic care to individuals suffering sports-related problems and injuries. Their doctors are team physicians to the University of St. Catherine's, Augsburg College, Hamline University, and others. Visit tcomn.com.
1, 2, 3, my baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. But does she really wanna, but can't stand to see me walk out the door?
Not a good start here for St. Kate's, who come off back-to-back losses and having lost 4 of their last 5. 0-2 here in the MIAC. St. Ben's is 2-0, and if this continues, they will easily be 3-0. 6-1 Ben's in the first set. Here's Megan Koop to serve for the Blazers. That looked like it might have been out. Instead, Abigail Palmer fields it in front of us. That is Megan Lindenfelser trying to kill. Dug out by Benz. A big swing by Lexi Rind, and she is able to put it away. That was right at Karsi Knudsen, the setter, but she was unable to handle it. Deflected off both her hands over towards the St. Kate's bench, and it's now 7-1. On a nice run of serves here is Megan Koop. There's Abigail Palmer fielding it. Lindenfelser again, blocked by the one-person block of St. Ben's. Knudsen, far side, it's Jana Christensen. Nice dig. That's beautiful by Mary Franz, sent over by the back row of St. Ben's. Here's Knudsen. Oh, mistiming her jump there was Alyssa Besch. St. Ben's has it now, and it's another back row hit. There is Besch to take it. Knudsen. This side it is Lindenfelser. It took a deflection off the block. St. Ben's has it again. Free ball. There's Lexi Ryan. Another dig. This one's by Abigail Palmer. There's Knudsen. Palmer from the back row. Tried to drop it in between a number of St. Ben's defenders. Instead, the Blazers have it again. Here's Knudsen. Now in the middle, it is Besch. On the far side, it's Jana Christensen. Another dig. This point, a marathon so far. Ben swings again, and this one's dug by Shani Hurd. There's the center, Knudsen. And there is Megan Lindenfelser, and that one's in. Beautiful. Second kill of this game for St. Kate's. Wow, that one must have gone back and forth 15 times. And great job by St. Kate's sticking with that point. If they can win marathon points like that, they have a nice afternoon ahead of them. Serving is Besch. There's Kokelman leading the MIAC in assists, and she'll pick up another one. Sophie Stengel, number 12 for the Blazers, puts it away. Rotating in a lot of players, as we said, are St. Ben's and head coach Nicole Hess, who was actually the head coach here at St. Kate's before she took over at St. Ben's and turned them into a powerhouse. Kelly Davenport checks in, and she will serve. That is taken by Megan Lindenfelser. There's Knudsen. Christensen, nice elevation, takes a deflection off the double block. There's Kokelman, and on the far side, it is Bailey Reichen. It's taken by St. Kate's. Unable to put it away was Reichen. Deflected back at St. Kate's by the double block of St. Ben's, and they're going to say no, it did not hit the block. It hit the net, and that's going to be a violation. 4 hits on St. Kate's. Here's Davenport again to serve. 9-2 here early from the Butler Center. Taken by Palmer. There's Knudsen, and a beautiful job by Amber Zier. She didn't get all of her hand to that one, but got just enough fingertips to drop it right in the middle of the court. And checking in will be Ashley Callow for her first action of the day. And she will serve on the floor for St. Kate's. So Callow, Palmer, Christensen checks out. So there is Tori Peterson, who sees her first action of the day as well. Benz takes it. There's Kokelman setting it up for Sophie Stangl, dug out by St. Kate's. In the middle, that is a newly checked in member of Kate's. That's Zier. She'll get another chance. Tries to tip it over the double block, and it's sent back to St. Kate's by Victoria Nass. Another chance for the Wildcats. Double block gets the best of Megan Lindenfelser, but that time Zier finally on her third opportunity of that point is able to drop it in cross court from us on the far side of the Butler Center floor and gets the Wildcats their fourth point, 9-4, and Ashley Callow will get another chance to serve. It's a good one. There's Nass. Riken puts it to Sophie Stangl. 3 hits and a free ball for St. Kate's. There's Tori Peterson, but she overcooked that one. She was right at that 6-foot line and put a bit too much on it. Didn't have the dive that it needed, and that'll be another error. Gabby Narvarez now will serve for St. Ben's. That's taken by Shani Hurd. Callow sets it up for, and that's Megan Lindenfelser, and that one also out. Oh, goodness. So many errors. 28 against Stout, 27 against St. Olaf, 35 against Gustavus. Other totals from the year, 31 against CW Superior. Started out not making as many mistakes as they have lately, St. Kate's. Taken by Hurd, the serve that is, and Callow feeds it quickly to Amber Zier right in the middle of the court. They went quick with that one. And Corey Phelps claps his hands in approval as he walks towards the court and is thinking about subbing in, but going to let Megan Lindenfelser, the impressive first year for St. Kate's, serve this one and hopefully get the Wildcats on track. It's Victoria Nass. There's Kokelman, and easily putting it away is Sophie Stangl. Seems like the place to attack each of these defenses is right in the middle. Catch them off guard with that quick second and third hit. Here's Nass serving. It's over to Abigail Palmer. There's Callow and setting it up for Zier, but didn't get enough on it. Benz will have an opportunity, but that one's dug out by Jana Christensen from the back row. An attempt by Abigail Palmer, and she deflects it off the double block, and that one another good finish for St. Kate's. Ups and downs, ups and downs. You heard in the pregame, Corey Phelps said that the inconsistency has killed St. Kate's in the past, trying to stay away from that. Here's Kokelman, far side. That is Laura Schmidt. Watch out when she's on it, and that is a violation on St. Kate's. Looks like they were in the net. Yep, and it was number 15, Tori Peterson, who had her hand just over that boundary and was unable to deter the hit of Schmidt, who, as we said, leads St. Ben's in kills and kills per set. I believe third or fifth in the MIAC in kills, 2.93 kills per set so far. That's a miss hit on the dig by St. Kate's, sent over by St. Ben's, and a nice dig from the back row by Megan Lindenfelser. They send it over once again, and here is St. Ben's trying to finish it, and they do. Lexi Ryan. Ryan led the Blazers in kills last season, now fourth on the team this season, and it'll induce another timeout from St. Kate's. We'll step aside with a ad from Little Caesars. Might go there after the match. Oh, goodness. $5 hot and ready sounds good. Here we are.
At your area, Little Caesars. There is one just off the St. Kate's campus at 635 Snelling Avenue South. Call ahead with your order. 651-699-5551.
D-Weezy on the track. D-Weezy on the track. Baby boy, the prince. Big time on cash money.
And we're back here from the Butler Center. I am Mike Gallagher alongside engineer Glenn Thompson. If you found us, you've done some good investigative work, good sleuthing to find this link that is out there somewhere. We had some problems with our original service that we use for webcasting here from St. Kate's, and so we had to move the link to a Google Hangout. So if you're hanging out with us, we appreciate you finding us. There's Abigail Palmer fielding the serve. A little tip over the double block by Alyssa Besch, fielded by St. Ben's, and that was number 15, Mary Franz, forcing another defensive error by St. Kate's. You see them hanging in some points, but making a number of defensive errors as well. That's now 2 in a row, one on Tori Peterson. I believe that one was on Alyssa Besch at the net. Here's a serve by Taya Kokelman. taken by Megan Lindenfelser. Looking to put it away is Tori Peterson, taken by St. Ben's. There's Kokelman, far side, Laura Schmidt. Nice double block by St. Kate's. Goes right back to the Blazers, though. Schmidt, once again, is going to try to get it over the net, and it's 4 hits. 4 hits on the Blazers that time. So St. Ben's commits an error to match the 2 that St. Kate's just put up. And Laura Schmidt, I guess they're going to say that didn't catch the double block. It caught the net. Looks like it was the double block to me, but oh well. Darcy Knudsen, another service error. Service errors 12 against St. Olaf, 13 against Grinnell. Oh, goodness. Or excuse me, 6 against Stout, 4 against St. Olaf, 8 against Grinnell, and 9 against Gustavus. So lots of errors hurting this squad. Jana Christensen has to track that one down for St. Kate's. Here's Kokelman, and there is Lexi Ryan. That one hit the antenna, so that's going to be a point for the Wildcats. Of course, if it hits the antenna, then it is out. WildcatsBooth@gmail.com is where you can email in and talk to us. Talk to us about WildcatsBooth@gmail.com, where you're listening, where you're coming to us from, how you found us even. That would be good to know so we know next time how to plug the broadcast. Victoria Nass sends it over to St. Kate's, and it's taken by Karsi Knudsen. The hit is by Alyssa Pesch. Great dig by St. Ben's. There is Lexi Rind, and is that a double? No, they're going to say that hit the antenna. Lexi Ryan arguing with the referee at the net, and I think that they're going to give the point to St. Kate's, their 8th of this first game. But I think that Lexi Ryan is arguing that St. Kate's was over the net. Instead, after conferring, the 2 referees are going to say, no, that hit the antenna. I think that Lexi Ryan wanted to say that it deflected off the double block of St. Kate's and hit the antenna, but to no avail. Kokelman tracks that one down on the far side. That is Bailey Reichen, taken by Karsi Knudsen. There's Alyssa Besch for the Wildcats. Jana Christensen hits, but it's dug out by Laura Schmidt. On the far side, that's Reichen again. Double block of St. Kate's gets it, but not before it falls out of bounds. And there's the 17th point for St. Ben's. Checking in is number 12, Sophie Stengel, and number 19, Megan Coop. Coop will be the server. You see Nicole Hess, head coach for the Blazers, unleashing a lot of serving weapons, one of them being Megan Coop, and another one being Kelly Davenport. That one's taken by Abigail Palmer. Right in front of us, that is Megan Lindenfelser, dug out by St. Ben's. Lindenfelser will get another chance, but dug out one more time. That was Megan Coop. Now Coop will have a chance in the middle of the floor to put it away, but it's a nice dig by Shani Hurd. There's Karsi Knudsen from about 10 feet behind the net. That was Abigail Palmer, and she couldn't get quite enough on it to beat that double block of St. Ben's. I don't think she even got it above the net, and that will be yet another hitting error for St. Kate's. Don't have live stats here today, unfortunately, so we can't keep you updated on exactly the specifics of what's going on, but hopefully the descriptive powers of myself are enough. Karsi Knudsen in the middle, it is Alyssa Besch, and that one is in. Catches that back line. Alyssa Besch with an excellent put away, and again, attacking St. Ben's in the middle and catching that defense off guard with just quick setups. That seems to be the way they want to go today. Serving is Alyssa Besch, taken by Bailey Reichen. There's Taya Kokelman, and that is Sophie Stengel. Oh, goodness, the power. Both of these teams lacking in the middle on defense, and they're going to have to figure out a way, are the Wildcats, to stop that quick attack. St. Ben's hasn't figured out how to stop the St. Kate's quick go in the middle, but it hasn't hurt them so far. 19-10 here in the first set. Here's Knudsen right in front of us. That's Megan Lindenfelser, and that one off the net, I believe. Yep. Did not need the double block. St. Ben's didn't. 4 hits will be the error on St. Kate's. And goodness, they are really hurting themselves here in this first set. It'll be Kelly Davenport once again to serve. On the floor for St. Ben's is Victoria Nass. Taya Kokelman. Laura Schmidt is moved to the back row now. Here's the serve. It is taken by Abigail Palmer. Here is Jana Christensen. Did that catch the line? It did. Excellent job by Jana Christensen, hitting from the far side all the way across court and catching that back line of the field of play. And Christensen will now check out. Checking in will be Ashley Callow to serve. Callow sends it over. There's Laura Schmidt. Here's Taya Kokelman in the middle. That is Bailey Reichen. Yes. Good hit by Bailey Reichen. And she'll check out, and checking in will be Gabby Narvaez again. And she'll get the chance to serve with a 21-11 here in the first set. St. Ben's has a way of starting quick. 25-10 was their first set win over Augsburg on Wednesday. There's Narvaez. That's taken by Shani Hurd. Callow, and it is to Amber Zier. Great save by St. Ben's, and on the third hit, an excellent job by Sophie Stengel. Oh, goodness. Looks like a disjointed point from St. Ben's, but that third hit from Stengel found an empty spot on the court. Very, very nicely done. And it'll be 22-11. St. Ben's doubling up St. Kate's here in this first set. There's Narvaez. That one looked like it might have been out. Instead, it's taken by Kelly Davenport. In front of us, that is Tori Peterson, dug out by St. Ben's, excuse me. There's Sophie Stengel on the hit. St. Kate's is able to keep it alive, and now it's Tori Peterson. Yes. Very nicely done by St. Kate's. Tori Peterson able to do exactly what Jana Christensen did. Hit that cross court and catch that back line. Here's Lyndon Felser. Taken by Ness. There's Kokelman, and you don't see that often from Kokelman, but an excellent job of recognizing that the defense was out of position. On the second hit, she just clawed it over and found a hole in the middle of the defense for St. Kate's. And 23-12 now, 2 points till his first set victory. Victoria Nass serves, and a quick hit by Amber Zier on the set by Ashley Callow. You notice that St. Kate's does use two setters, Percy Knutson and Ashley Callow, and that's why neither of their stats are quite what you'd expect. Neither in the top 10 in the MIAC in assists per set. Last year, St. Kate's used 3 different setters. So it's a rotating system. Here's Shani Hurd to serve. Kokelman on the set. There is Bailey Reichen. Nope, it's Laura Schmidt. Excellent job by her once again. She really does get some elevation, doesn't she? Not the tallest you've seen, but goodness, does she have a way of getting up and getting some power behind that right arm and putting points away. Set point here for St. Ben's. Kokelman will serve. Taken by Abigail Palmer. There's Callow and another hitting error. Did it deflect? Yes, it did. It took a deflection off the block. Oh, goodness. Thought that might have been another hitting error on St. Kate's, but it took a deflection and went about 5 or 10 feet out of bounds behind that end line of St. Ben's. And so staying alive here, down 10 points. It would take a miraculous comeback here in this first set, but Percy Knutson will try and get something going here for the Wildcats. There's the serve. Kokelman on the set for St. Ben's. Laura Schmidt in the middle this time. Double blocking a nice one by St. Kate's. Here's Victoria Nass. That is once again Lexi Rind. Oh, goodness. That one had a lot of topspin on it and some very good action. And that is what will seal up this first set. 25-14, St. Ben's takes it. We'll be right back on TJ Sports Online, TJ Broadcast Services here from the Butler Center with the Wildcats trailing 1-0.
A video broadcast is a production of TJ Broadcast Services. Our website is tjsportsonline.net. Comments, suggestions, or requests can be directed to tjwitchy@yahoo.com.
I am Mike Gallagher. Welcome back to the Butler Center. Thanks for joining us here on TJ Broadcast Services, tjsportsonline.net. Here we go for set 2.
Okay.
Set 1 does not go the way of the St. Kate's Wildcats. They switch sides, 25-14, your score from set number 1. We'll pull up MIACathletics.com, take a look around the conference with scores from volleyball as well as MIAC football. Of course, in MIAC football Saturday around the state, a big matchup, of course, Johnny's and Tommy's, a 1:10 kickoff, and boy, that should be just about wrapping up, and that one's always draws about 11,000 fans. Scores are a little bit behind here as we see Gustavus and Augsburg. It says 20-10 at the half, but we saw it was the middle of the third quarter. It was 27-10. Gustavus was up. Bethel 38, Carleton nothing. Bethel's defense shut out, I believe it was St. Olaf last week, 40-0, and they're on the verge of another Northfield shutout. 38 rip right now, midway through the fourth quarter. Concordia 45 and St. Olaf 14, and Johnny's Tommy's St. John's trying to, for a second year in a row, roll into O'Shaughnessy and take down a massive victory over the Tommies. 21-14 at the moment. And good old Sarah Eisenhower really is trying to help us out here with this broadcast link. She threw up the original broadcast link, and our engineer Glenn Thompson told us some bad news here at the beginning of our broadcast, that it wouldn't be in the same spot as we thought it was, and then it usually is, for that matter. So then she tweeted out another link, and she's looking over here saying, "Come on, guys, figure out what link we have." And I think we finally have it figured out. If you're not following at SCU Athletics on Twitter, go and check them out for the broadcast link. Of course, if you're listening right now, you've already found the broadcast, but another tweet just went out about 30 seconds ago from Sarah Eisenhower, Sports Information Director, who always does an excellent job here from St. Kate's and puts together some great notes for us. And she just tweeted out once again a broadcast link, and it looks like you can watch it right on Twitter. That's pretty cool. So hopefully you found a way to check that out. And if you haven't, we apologize for all the mix-ups. We promise that at some point it will get to be a little smoother here. We'll get things figured out here in this new year of St. Kate's volleyball. We're happy to be back with St. Kate's in the Butler Center with this volleyball squad this year. Checking out is Amber Zier for St. Kate's, and checking in is Shani Hurd. St. Ben's will get the opportunity to serve in set number 2. 25-14, they won set number 1. It's Kokelman on the serve. Fielded by Abigail Palmer. There's Carsey Knutson back to Palmer, and that one again does not get over the net. Got to put more on it if you're St. Kate's, and it seems like when they have been able to do that, they put a bit too much on it, and it's fallen about 5 or so feet outside that end line. A lot of hitting errors for St. Kate's so far. Kokelman serves again. That one might be out. Oh, goodness. The line judge for St. Kate's, that is a student. Of course, we have student line judges, and the officials have final say over calls. She was about to put her flag up, kept it down, then put it up again, saying that the serve was out, and instead it's overruled. A service ace for Taya Kokelman, overruled by the officials. 2-0 here. And Kokelman, that one will fly well out. And there is a service error by Kokelman after she was able to find an ace. And no judging that one. That one flew about 5 or 6 feet beyond the end line, so no reason for sweating at by the line judge. Here's Carsey Knutson to serve. Here's Kokelman on the set. Far side, that is Lexi Ryan. Jana Christensen was targeted by Lexi, and she was almost able to handle it, but it deflected off her wrist and up towards us. Almost had a chance to make a play up here above the Butler Center court. Instead, it will be 3-1, with the only point being the service error by Kokelman that St. Kate's has been able to muster. Laura Schmidt serves. There's Christensen on the hit. Schmidt takes that one off the shoulders, it looked like. Some odd spin on that Christensen hit, but it got the job done. Had a little bit of side spin and caught Laura Schmidt off guard and wasn't able to get her hands or wrists on it. Instead, it was her shoulders deflected away towards the St. Ben's bench, and it's 3-2 with the service by Abigail Palmer coming. Victoria Nass with the dig. There is a double block by St. Kate's. Excellent job by number 14, Megan Lindenfelser, number 16, Alyssa Besch. Unfortunately, that one deflected out of bounds off the double block. And another conference by these two officials, and have had a lot to talk about so far. A number of questionable calls, but they are going to uphold that call yet again and say that it did deflect out of bounds. I think they might have been saying that, I don't know, maybe St. Ben's was in the net, but in any case, 4-2 St. Ben's, and the service will be by Lexi Ryan. Taken by Shani Hurd. Here's Knutson. Oh, a nice job getting up by number 16, Alyssa Besch, but again, the elevation was unable to do her right as she hit it right into the net. Goodness. Can't find the range, can the Wildcats. There's Ryan. Excuse me, that's Megan Coop now, and that one, another service error, another one into the net. 2 service errors in the first 8 points here from St. Ben's, and the Wildcats will get a chance to serve again. Here's Besch. That's taken by Schmidt. Kokelman in front of us. That is Bailey Reichen, who has had an excellent game so far. Bailey Reichen, who did not start but checked in very early and has gotten lion's share of time so far here from St. Kate's. And she's done very well for the Blazers early on. Checking in is Kelly Davenport once again to serve instead of Megan Coop. There's Davenport. Taken by Lindenfelser. Knutson with a nice job setting it up for Zier. That one's taken by St. Ben's back row and Laura Schmidt. Benz tries to put it away. Dug out by Knutson. Back to Benz on a free ball. And there is Bailey Reichen once again. Chasing after it was, Shani Hurd on the deflection, but to no avail. And once again, the Blazers jumping out to an early lead here from the Butler Center in set number 2 after easily taking set number 1. Davenport to serve. There is Abigail Palmer. Far side, that's Megan Lindenfelser. That one does catch the line. A decisive call by our line judge to our right here. And the Wildcats get their 4th point of this one. Ashley Calla will check in to serve, checking out her Jana Christensen and Karsi Knutson. So Calla will occupy that setter's role now. Sent over by Calla. Here's Kokelman. And once again, that is Bailey Reichen. Goodness. Almost exclusively feeding her. And this is the danger of the St. Ben squad. They have so many different people that can hurt you. Lexi Ryan hasn't seen a whole lot of kill chances. Laura Schmidt was getting a lot of chances on that left side in set one, but Bailey Reichen seems like is the main target for St. Ben's today. That serve dug out by Hurd. There's Calla, and it's Zier quickly, but Kokelman is able to get it for St. Ben's, and the Wildcats aren't able to corral it. Kokelman set up, I believe that was Sophie Stengel. Stengel able to deflect it off a St. Kate's player and sent the Wildcats scrambling. Here's Narvarez on the serve. Palmer takes it. There's Calla, and that's a double hit. Calla tried to, falling back and away, her momentum going completely away from where she was trying to hit it. Tried to set up tried to set up Tori Peterson, but was unable to do so on the double hit. Here's Narvarez. There is Shani Hurd, and a good hit by Peterson, but it's right to Victoria Nash. There's Laura Schmidt, and on that left side, we mentioned in set number one, that was the prevalent thing that the Blazers set up on offense, and they go to her again. A lot of attacking on this left side. Bailey Reichen and Laura Schmidt, really it just depends on who's up front. They don't have to really set up an offense. It's just, let's do the same play, and whoever's there, we have confidence in them coming out successful. Narvarez, and there's another service error. Third service error of this set for St. Ben's. Don't see that a lot. Let's see, what are the most service errors for them all year? The service error, they've had a few. 3 times they've been in double-digit service errors this season. There's Karsi Knutson on the serve, and Kokelman is in the net. Yep. Kokelman tried to, as she did in set number one, send it over on that second hit. She successfully did so once, but her follow-through caught the net, and that's an easy call for the 2 referees here today. Shelby Rachel checking in to serve now. There's Victoria Nass taking it. Kokelman, and that is over to Sophie Stengel, and that one deflects off Ashley Calla. She tried to dig it out, and she throws her hands in the air and says, "God, come on, you gotta be able to take that." Now she's talking to Maddie Mullins, who's also in for the first time for St. Kate's, saying, "Gotta be able to play defense better than that." Victoria Nass with another service error. Wow, 4 service errors, and still somehow the Blazers are up 5 here in the second set, giving away 4 points on the serve alone. Here's Shani Hurd. Hurd pops it up. Oh, it's taken nicely by Victoria Nass. Good job getting there. There's Kokelman. This side, it's Laura Schmidt. And that one's dug out by Shani Hurd. Good job by Calla. Did she keep it alive? No, she didn't. Looked like Calla, that was a tough one to field from Shani Hurd. And Calla looked like she maybe kept it alive without being in the net, tipping it up to her teammate. But in the end, the official said, no, you were in the net. And violation on Calla. This is Kokelman serving. She has an ace and a service error, and there's another ace. Ace and a service error this set, now 2 aces, and that'll induce a timeout from Corey Phelps and the Wildcats. Shelby Rachel took that one off the upper arms and then off the face as she tried to save it. So the Wildcats trailing 14-7 as we will step aside here from the Butler Center and hear from our sponsor.
An innovative food and beverage solution since 1955 is Midwest Vending, servicing organizations large and small throughout the Twin Cities, including St. Catherine's University. Proud to offer unwavering integrity, in-demand products, innovative technology, and personal attention. Give them a call at 952-707-1990 or visit MidwestVending.com.
Back here from the Butler Center, I am Mike Gallagher, engineer Glenn Thompson for TJ Broadcast Services. Happy to be back here at St. Kate's once again. We just gave you an update on the scores from around MIAC football as we come back to play here from the Butler Center between St. Kate's and St. Ben's. Let's see if we can get some other scores for you. Men's soccer, Carleton has defeated Bethel 2-1. St. John's and Gustavus are into overtime, tied at 0. We'll give you some more scores after Taya Kokelman and the Blazers serve. Here's Kokelman. There's Abigail Palmer fielding it. It's Shani Hurd from the back row. This is going to be a free ball on a 2-hand set by St. Kate's. Here's Benz, and it's Laura Schmidt. Did that deflect off the double block? No, a hitting error on Laura Schmidt. Do not see that often. Schmidt so far this season, well, she's hitting 127 and does have 94 errors, so you actually do see that quite a bit. 94 of the team's 301 hitting errors this year, but she also is very prolific, 2.93 kills per set. That one's sent over to Victoria Nass for St. Ben's. Taya Kokelman, Schmidt in the middle this time, tips it, and it gets the job done. Double block by St. Kate's. This time that jump, and a great job by Schmidt tipping it right over them. Diving was Shani Hurd, but was unable to come up with it. This is Schmidt now to serve. Checking out was Gabby Narvarez. Taken by Knutson or Mullins? That was Shelby Rachel, and it's sent over by the Kate's offense. And a nice job by Rachel being in the right position to dig out that hit by Bailey Reichen, but a miscommunication on St. Kate's, and Shani Hurd patting her chest saying, that's my bad. On that second hit, she has to be there, and she was not. So it's 16-8. St. Ben's on top. Here is Laura Schmidt to serve. There is Shelby Rachel. Good job by Knutson getting it up to Tori Peterson, who sent it over, but dug out by St. Ben's. That was Lexi Rind, and now Kate's digs it out. Jana Christensen has to send it over from the back row. Ben's setting it up. It's Kokelman, and her set goes nowhere. Slaps her hands in disgust, but Taya Kokelman, who leads the MIAC in assists per set, sent that one to no one. Unforced error by the Blazers, and 2 points in a row now for St. Kate's. Abigail Palmer to serve. Taken by Victoria Nass. Directs it to Kokelman. On the far side, that is Lexi Rind, and it deflects off the block of Kate's and out of bounds. So the 17th point of this set for the Blazers. That was a crisp offensive possession there for St. Ben's. Victoria Nass knew just where to go with the dig. Kokelman then set it up perfectly for the hit by Rind. Here's Megan Coop, who checks in to serve. Taken by Megan Lindenfelser. Lindenfelser gets it back from Knutson, but she's unable to finish the point. There is Lexi Rind again on the right side. That's set up by Laura Schmidt this time. It wasn't Kokelman. Instead, it was Laura Schmidt. And now the Blazers really diversifying their offense and starting to use that right side of the court. If you're almost exclusively using the left side in the first set and a half. Here's Coop to serve. That one might be out. It is. Service error number 6 in this set alone. Goodness, without these service errors, this set might be even more out of hand. It's 18-10. Blazers on top. Melissa Besch will have the chance to serve. Knutson, the setter, on the floor along with Abigail Palmer. That's taken by Nass. Ooh, a nice serve, but a great job by Nass, and then Kokelman. Two-handed set by the Blazers. Free ball for Kate's, but they're unable to put it away. Palmer tried, but was unable to find an opening in the defense. And for St. Ben's, that is Bailey Reichen once again. And it deflects off the double block, her spike, and Janet Christensen, who was part of that double block, now speaks to her coaching staff, and it's another timeout by St. Kate's. 19-10, and it looks like this one is headed for a quick 3-set finish, unfortunately. We hope for better, and when we come back, we'll see if Corey Phelps can talk some encouragement into this team. The Wildcats down 19-10.
Transporting Wildcat athletes is in the capable hands of Northfield Lines, Inc., dedicated to ensuring that your travel experience is a positive one. Call to request a quote or to make a reservation, 888-670-8068, or visit their website, northfieldlines.com.
More scores from around the MIAC. Concordia and St. Olaf, St. Thomas, St. Mary's, and McAllister and Augsburg. 3 games of men's soccer that have yet to kick off. St. Kate's in women's soccer. We have Sarah Eisenhower just across the way, who was over there a bit earlier. That's tied at 1. We're headed to overtime. St. Kate's and Hamlin. Good luck to the Wildcats over there. Volleyball, we have no live stats. Everything started at 3, so the only score we have right now is this one from Butler Center between the Blazers and the Wildcats, 19-10, Blazers on top. The serve is Kelly Davenport. It's dug out by Megan Lindenfelser. There's Knutson. Back to Lindenfelser. Good job. Oh, is she in the net? No, I think the official mistakenly blew his whistle, and he says, my fault. They are going to give that one to St. Kate's, I believe, correct? They're talking now. Karsi Knutson is chatting with the official on the far side. And who are they awarding the point to? They can't just have a do-over. Whose point is that? They're going to have a do. I don't understand why they're doing it over. That was a great kill by St. Kate's. Anyway, I guess we'll have to reset here. Abigail Palmer, and now here's Lindenfelser sending it over, but it's a nice dig by Laura Schmidt. One-handed tap over by Sophie Stengel. This one for the Wildcats could be fortuitous, and Jana Christensen mishits it off the inside of her hand, doesn't get over the net. Another hitting error for the Wildcats, and it's now 20-10. That's to execute a point as well as the Wildcats did right out of the timeout and have it taken away. That's just can't be a good feeling, and it might be screwing with their heads a bit. The serve is to Megan Lindenfelser. There's Knutson, and it's to Zier. Zier is unable to put it away. Here's Benz, a double block off of Bailey Reichen, and Benz will get it back. It is Sophie Stengel, and that one is dug out by Abigail Palmer. Sent over on the second hit by Kersey Knutson. Good job by her. Knutson going quick, and that's what this offense has thrived off of so far is the quick attacks, but they haven't had enough of them so far. Jana Christensen will check out along with Knutson, and that second package of Ashley Callow and Tori Peterson will come in. Zier still out there along with, not Peterson, Lindenfelser, and the other one is Maddie Mullins. There's the hit by Reichen, dug out by off the double block by St. Kate's. Mistiming her jump with Zier. Now Benz has it back, and that is Sophie Stengel. A very nice dig by Ashley Callow. And Callow sends it over to Maddie Mullins, who puts it away on the near side. Diving was Bailey Reichen, but was unable to come up with it. And out of the timeout now, not out of the timeout, but 2 points in a row now after Benz picked up the first point out of the timeout. Here's Callow, floats this one very high in the air. Oh, goodness, a nice dig by Kelly Davenport, but now the Wildcats have it back, and the double block of St. Ben's does the job on the attempt by Megan Lindenfelser. The double block of Taya Kokelman and Sophie Stengel right at the net. Sent it right back to the Wildcats, and then Lindenfelser hit it once, then tried to hit it again, and you can't do that. So it's 21-12. Narvarez sends it over to Lindenfelser, and having to send it over from the back row is Shani Hurd. Here's Kokelman setting it up for Laura Schmidt. Yes. Laura Schmidt is so impressive, and when she gets that elevation on specifically the left side, but she can really move all over the place. She's attacked a few times from the middle, had a few kills over on the right side as well. 22-12, Wildcats trail. There's Narvarez. Fielded by Lindenfelser, then it's Hurd, and sending it over was Maddie Mullins. The Blazers easily have it, and Kokelman sets it up for Sophie Stengel, and a nice put away by her. Wildcats defense has not lived up today to what Corey Phelps, head coach for the Wildcats, said it was. Perhaps this level of competition taking them aback a bit. Gabby Narvarez sends it over. Here's Callow setting it up in the far side from Maddie Mullins, and that one did not get over the net. That double block above St. Ben's has been effective, but a lot of times they haven't needed it. Wildcats have just ended up hurting themselves, not getting enough elevation on the ball to get it up to the double block. Serving is Narvarez, fielded by Shani Hurd, and it's a battle at the net between Callow and Laura Schmidt, and Schmidt was able to put it down on the Wildcats side of the court, and another set loss for the Wildcats, 25-12 this one after a 25-14 first set loss. We'll step aside and play some spots for you, come back and set up the third set.
Orthopedics offers a full spectrum of orthopedic care to individuals suffering sports-related problems and injuries. Their doctors are team physicians to the University of St. Catharines, Augsburg College, Hamline University, and others. Visit tcomn.com.
Back here from Butler Center, 25-12, the second set loss for the Wildcats, 25-14 in the first set. And this crowd of about, 75 or so, not being treated to too much success here by the Wildcats today. As we mentioned, coming in 0-2 in the MIAC. This St. Ben squad ranked number 18 in the nation, and 2-0. Shani Hurd, the defensive specialist, came in at 7th in the MIAC in digs per set. Setter Kersey Knutson came in at 11th in the MIAC in assists per set. Her and Ashley Callow essentially splitting carries, if you want to say, splitting reps at the setter position. And this is something that Corey Phelps has done in his seasons here. Here we come with live stats. Look at Sarah Eisenhower. Such a hustler. Just such a hustler. Thank you, Sarah Eisenhower. How good is she at this? Goodness, she's just amazing. We do have some stats. And Sarah Eisenhower yelling at head swimming coach Steve down there, and boy, she really does hustle. You know, she's one of the best at what she does because her heart is in that. Look at her sprint all the way back across to her table, the official stat table across from us. My goodness, you gotta love the effort. Anyway, as I was saying, 0-2 in the MIAC here are St. Kate's, and games coming up as we mentioned. It's a tough road. St. Ben's today, then St. Thomas, who's 17th in the nation. That one's on October 1st over at St. Thomas. Home to Bethel, home to Concordia, home to Carleton after that. And Corey Phelps said it himself. No easy night here in the MIAC. Carleton, who you don't want to call them a pushover, but they're not one of the more, they're not probably a team that will be competing for a playoff spot, though with 6 playoff spots here in the MIAC this year, you have to figure that it'll really go down to 8 or 9 teams going into the final week that'll have a chance to capture a playoff spot, and that's the newfound hope for all the MIAC teams here. I mean, you're going to have to love the drama going down to the final week or so. Here are stats through 2 sets for St. Kate's. They are hitting just .031, and that will kill you without a doubt. 14 kills and 12 errors. Oh goodness. .031 as opposed to St. Ben's, who is hitting .397. Only 5 errors on the attack. 5 service errors, all those coming last set. But hitting .397, 32 kills, that will definitely do it if you're St. Ben's. There is Mary Franz, dug out by the Wildcats. Swinging is Abigail Palmer, dug out by Victoria Nass. There's Laura Schmidt, and was St. Kate's in the net? Yes, they were. Even if they weren't, Shani Hurd in the back row is trying to save that one. It deflected off her hands and out of play. So either way, it was going to be a point for the Blazers. Schmidt with the serve. Fielded by Hurd. There's Callow. In the middle, it is Alyssa Besh. And Besh gets another chance after Ben sent it over on one hit. A mistake by that Ben's offense, and not making a second mistake was Alyssa Besh at the net. Excellent job by her finishing that play and sticking with it. And Abigail Palmer will get the chance to serve. 1-1 here in the third set. Sent right over to Victoria Ness. There's Kokelman. On this side, it is the newly checked in Kelly Newman who's getting some time. And the Wildcats, that's their third hit. They won't get a chance to send it over. Miscommunication between number 18, Zoe Barr for Kate's, who is in for the first time. And I believe it was Abigail Palmer. They both went for a hit and it deflected off one, deflected off another, and then Shani Hurd was unable to save it. So point for Ben's. And Megan Coop checks in to serve. Sends it over. It's Megan Lindenfelser. It's Callow, and there is Alyssa Besh, but the Blazers and Kokelman get the chance to send it back over to St. Kate's. Off the double block, Callow now sets it up for Megan Lindenfelser, and that one's about 10 feet out of play. Lindenfelser has not had a good day today. Just 2 kills, and that is her 6th hitting error. She was hitting -188 coming into this set, and Kate's just not executing. Here's Coop. Taken by Lindenfelser. There's Callow. Lindenfelser again, and it's off the net, and then Schmidt is able to field it. Here's Kokelman, and there is Newman. She tries to tip it over, and the Wildcats are unable to field it. That should have been an easy play for that Wildcats defense, but Alyssa Besh and Zoe Barr were unable to set up the nice attack, and Shani Hurd tried to, with one hand, dive, lay out, and put it back over her head into Blazers territory, but that didn't work either. Coop the serve, there's Hurd. Here's Callow, and there is Besh, taken easily by Laura Schmidt. The hit is by Sophie Stengel, and now it's back to the Blazers off of a nice save by Abigail Palmer, and Laura Schmidt somehow is able to save it and send it over to the Wildcats. Here's Kokelman setting up. That's got to be 4. No, they actually called it only 3, but the double block of the Wildcats, it was Zoe Barr and Alyssa Besh at the net, is able to earn a point for St. Kate's. Should be 4-3, I believe. No, just 4-2, okay. And Besh will serve. Besh, it's to Reichen. Back to Reichen from Kokelman, fielded by Abigail Palmer. There's Callow, and here is Lindenfelser, deflected back to the Wildcats. Sent over by Zier, and now it's Kokelman to Bailey Reichen. Wildcats have it again, and it was Zier trying to tip it over the double block of the Blazers, coming up short. And there is error number 14 on the day for St. Kate's. 30 assists for St. Ben's to just 12 for the Wildcats. 27 assists for Taya Kokelman coming into this set. Here's Abigail Palmer fielding the serve. Callan, there was just too much by Palmer, and they're going to say the Benz was in the net. Oh, goodness. Palmer looked like she put a bit too much on that for Ashley Callow to set up successfully, but St. Ben's got a little too aggressive at the net and was forced into a mistake. Callow will check out, as will Zoe Barr. Back enter Jana Christensen and Carsey Knutson. Knutson sends it over. Laura Schmidt, Kokelman. There's Sophie Stengel, and that deflects off Knutson's outstretched right arm. And another nice put away by Sophie Stengel. Second kill of the set and number 8 on the match. She's hitting .375. Bailey Reichen leads the Blazers in kills with 9. We mentioned how successful she's been. Laura Schmidt has 7. There's Narvarez. Taken by Shani Hurd, Carsey Knutson, and there's Zier, but taken by the Blazers. Kokelman, there's Schmidt. Double block of St. Kate's, unable to get the job done. Jana Christensen and Amber Zier had it deflect off their arms and over towards the stands. Abigail Palmer, just 1 kill and 2 errors. Oh, goodness. There is Lindenfelser fielding the serve. Carsey Knutson back to Lindenfelser, who will take a swing from the back row. Nice dig by the Blazers, and diving in front of Abigail Palmer was Carsey Knutson. I think she might have distracted Palmer from being able to dig that one out, and it deflected away from both of them, and it's now 8-3. Blazers on top, and boy, you don't see much of a way back from this one, do you? Corey Phelps takes a timeout, as will we, with some spots here on TJ Broadcast Services.
Equipment, treadmills, home gyms, exercise bikes, weights, and more. It's Push Pedal Pull, the exercise equipment experts, ready to help you with your fitness needs. Online at pushpedalpull.com, a proud supporter of St. Kate's Wildcat Sports.
Con los terroristas.
Remember that craze from about 9-10 months ago? Oh, goodness. That took the internet by storm for a while. Do the Harlem Shake, Glenn Thompson. Welcome back to Butler Center. I am Mike Gallagher alongside engineer Glenn Thompson with you all year long. Look at Glenn Thompson getting down. I knew you liked some stuff, Glenn Thompson. He always, you and Tom Witch know all about your country music, but you got to appreciate the new stuff. And here is St. Ben's coming out of the timeout to serve. It's Narvarez. There's Shani Hurd fielding it. Knutson. Back row, that is Megan Lindenfelser. Victoria Nass digs it out. It's Kokelman to Stengel. Taken by Abigail Palmer, and the Wildcats have a chance to attack again. It's Lindenfelser, but the Blazers have it. A nice double block by the Wildcats on their attack chance. Amber Zier and Megan Lindenfelser at the net do the job. And the 4th point of the set for the Wildcats on an aggressive defensive play. You have seen flashes of good defense, but it has not quite been what Corey Phelps has wanted consistently here today. Lindenfelser the serve. That one might have gone out. Instead, Nass takes it. There's Schmidt, and the two-handed bump over by Narvarez. Free ball for the Wildcats. It's Knutson, and there's Zier attacking in the middle on the quick attack. The quick set up and go. The quick go. I don't know what you would call it. I have to find out a term for that and use it on this next broadcast. Here's Lindenfelser. She'll serve again. 2 straight points for St. Kate's out of the timeout. There's Nass. Kokelman in the middle. It's Stengel, taken by Knutson. There's Jana Christensen. Yes, that does catch the line. Christensen off the setup by, I believe that was Zier. Knutson, of course, the original setter, but I believe Zier was the one that set that one up. Christensen gives her a pat on the back. She's on the floor with Palmer. Those are the 3 up front. There's Hurd, Knutson, and serving is Lindenfelser. Fielded by Victoria Nass. Here's Kokelman. She'll go quick, and it works again. 1 error on that tactic when she was in the net in set number 2, but she's now done it once every set, where she'll just flick it over on the second hit and find an open space, and it works that time. Victoria Nass on the serve. There's Shani Hurd. Here's Knutson, and it's tipped over by Zier. Way too much air under that one. An easy field by the Blazers. Here's Laura Schmidt. She just bumps it over right to Carsey Knutson. Zier sets it up for Abigail Palmer, and that one off the double block of Mary Franz and Taya Kokelman. And the Wildcats, coming out of the timeout aggressively, have won 3 of the 4 points since Corey Phelps called the first timeout of the set. Let's throw a towel to Megan Lindenfelser to wipe up some perspiration on the court. Don't want anybody to slip. And we've got those those team shoes on. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Quality shoes, but just want to make sure. And there's a service error by Shani Hurd. How many service errors today for the Wildcats? That is their first one, so they haven't been bad on the serve. They're serving much better. Or, excuse me, that is their third. No service aces. So, but still, having only 3 service errors going into the middle of the third set, not too bad. Here's Palmer to field the serve. Knudsen back to Palmer on the left side. It's dug out by Victoria Nass. Kokelman. Here's Laura Schmidt, and she finds an open space in that back row defense. Somehow found a way through Jana Christensen and Alyssa Besch and got to the back row. Shani Hurd dove but was unable to come up with it. Here's Kokelman. 2 service aces and a service error as well. Oh, and there's a second service error. It's hit or miss with her. There's really no in between. It's either massive booming success or unfortunate tragedy. That's probably too strong of a word. Here comes Zoe Barr and Ashley Callow back in, checking out her Jana Christensen and Carsey Knudsen. Knudsen definitely more of the look of a setter, but Callow has done a nice job here today too. Beautiful serve by Callow, forces the Blazers to send it over on the first hit, and Shani Hurd gives a little chuckle. It was a mistake by her. All the backspin on the ball she fielded, it caused it to ricochet and almost trampoline off her arms and go way farther than she would have liked, but a miscommunication by the Blazers defense means the Wildcats have a point. They're down 2. Here's Kokelman. There is Callie Newman. That deflects off Shani Hurd and goes out of play, so that'll be a point for the Blazers. Now 12-9. Checking in is Bailey Reichen. Checking out is number 6, Gabby Narvarez. Laura Schmidt sends it over. That one might be out. No, saved in by Abigail Palmer. Here's Zoe Barr to send it over, and nope, didn't work out. Zoe Barr has had a rough day today here for the Wildcats. A couple defensive mistakes and miscommunications, and then she tried to send that one over on the final hit, but was unable to get enough on it. Wasn't even an aggressive approach, really. She was just standing and tried to wrist it over with some backspin. Did not work out. 13-9 Blazers. Here's Laura Schmidt. That one's taken by Palmer, and having to send it over is Ashley Callow. Here's Kokelman, far side. That's Reichen, and that took a deflection, and it was in. So another point and another kill for Reichen. She's now in double figures. Don't think she's going to get to a double-double. Only the 1 dig so far today. Where Schmidt has 12 digs, goodness, to go along with her 8 kills. Here she is to serve. That one deflects off the tape and comes back at the Blazers. They're really going to have to be better in the serving game. That's service error number 7. Don't expect a 18th ranked team in the country to have a problem getting the ball over the net at the very least, but they have today. There's Palmer to serve. Nass to Kokelman in the middle. That is Mary Franz. Deflects off the double block, and the Wildcats have it. Back row, it's going to have to be sent over by Abigail Palmer. Nass, Kokelman, and there's Bailey Reichen once again putting it away. Oh, goodness. It's crisp and it's good looking when the Blazers are doing it the right way. It's a very, very quick offense, very succinct. They're all on the same page. And checking in is Megan Coop to serve here for the Blazers. Now 15-10 after that nice flurry by the Wildcats. Palmer, Callow. Oh, nice setup for Alyssa Besch. Well done. When the Wildcats offense is clicking, it looks good too, and they're usually going on the quick setup and attacking this Blazer defense in the middle. Checking out is Alyssa Besch, and checking in is Bailey Ausa. Her first action of today, she will serve. Coming in cold, 2.5 sets in. We'll see if she can put a positive in the category for the Wildcats. They serve, and she does serve it, and it's taken by Nass, set by Kokelman over to Bailey Reichen, her 11th kill. Finding a soft spot in that Wildcats defense. Alyssa Besch and Ausis will check out, and here comes Shani Hurd. And Ausis with a big smile on her face. She did her job. She got the serve over the net. There's Lyndon Felser. It's Callow back to Lyndon Felser. That's dug out by Laura Schmidt. There is Kelly Davenport. It's Schmidt now just sending it over from the back row. There's Callow, set up for Lindenfelser, and it's off the double block of Sophie Stengel and Taya Kokelman for a point for Lindenfelser. That's good setup. Very nice job by Ashley Callow. It wasn't an easy set to make, but she'll check out knowing that her last action of this contest was a good one. We'll see if she gets in. 4-point deficit here for the Wildcats. See if she comes in again. She'll check out along with Zoe Barr. Here's Carsey Knudsen to serve. Victoria Nass, Kokelman. That's off the shoulder of Amber Zier. And Zier now will get the chance to earn a point for the Wildcats. Instead, the Blazer defense comes out with it. Here's Kokelman. There's Reichen off the double block of Christensen and Zaire, and finds a way through off the deflection to fall in the court. And it's 17-12. Wildcats staring down the barrel of a 3-set defeat and another timeout by Corey Phelps. It's been 25-14, 25-12, and now it's 17-12. We'll step aside for one final commercial break.
Providing innovative food and beverage solutions since 1955 is Midwest Vending, servicing organizations large and small throughout the Twin Cities, including St. Catherine's University. Proud to offer unwavering integrity, in-demand products, innovative technology, and personal attention. Give them a call at 952-707-1990 or visit MidwestVending.com.
We're back, and the Wildcats looking to start off their conference home season on the right foot, but it's looking like it might go the opposite way as the Blazers are up 2-0 and 5 points here in the third. There's a serve fielded by Abigail Palmer for the Wildcats. There's Knutson, there's Lindenfelser, back row, it's dug out by Gabby Narvarez. Kokelman sets it up for Sophie Stengel. That's off the double block of the Wildcats. Kokelman, there's Schmidt on the far side. Oh, nice dig by Abigail Palmer. Knutson sets it up for Zaire, who somehow gets it over and around the double block of the Blazers, who have it again. Here's Schmidt. Another dig by Palmer. Knutson in front of us. It's Lindenfelser, but there's Narvarez off the double block. She digs it out, and is that a double hit on Kokelman? I believe it is. Oh, it's a lift they're going to call on Kokelman. So unforced error on her. She's made a couple today, but she's also been very good in the setter role. 13.5 kills per set here today, adding to her 10.45 on the season. Here's Lindenfelser. Wildcats down 4, sends it to Nass. Kokelman, there's Stengel. Yep, see, that's just where the Wildcats really are helpless in that situation. If you serve to Nass, she always has a way of finding Taya Kokelman, and Kokelman will attack quick in the middle. It happens so quick. There's no way to react quick enough if you're that Wildcat defense. Nass serves. There is Shelby Rachel on the dig, and she'll have to send it over on the third hit. There's Kokelman setting it up for Mary Franz. It's dug out by Rachel. There's Knutson. Here's Jana Christensen. Oh, a nice dig by Gabby Narvarez. Way out of play, but somehow the Blazers find a way back over. Shani Hurd now for the Wildcats. Oh, and Carsey Knutson and Amber Zaire were on different pages. Knutson put a little too much air under that quick set for Zaire. And Zaire came down without the ball, and the ball fell to the floor. Here's Shelby Rachel on the serve receive. There's Knutson, and off the double block from Abigail Palmer. It goes out of play off Benz. It was Kokelman who was trying to save it in, and diving after it was Kelly Davenport as well, but to no avail as the Wildcats are putting up a fight here in set number 3, 19-14. Shani Hurd would love to rattle off some solid serves here to put the Wildcats in a better position. Here's Hurd. Oh, and it's a service ace. Very good. First service ace of the day for St. Kate's. Narvarez looked like she had it measured, but must have knuckled at the last minute, and Shani Hurd has her first ace of the day and the first ace for the team. Down 4 now. Here's Hurd. Another nice serve going after Narvarez. Kokelman, and it's a two-hand set over by Laura Schmidt. The Wildcats with a chance to attack here. Here's Christensen off the double block, but fielded by Victoria Nass. There's Kokelman. Far side, it's Schmidt. Yep. All day long they can do that. If you put it in Kokelman's hands and you're attacking with Laura Schmidt from the left side, boy, that defense put in a tough spot. Checking out is Kelly Davenport and Megan Coop not in. Here's Kokelman to serve. Fielded by Palmer. Here's Knutson over to Palmer. And that one didn't have a lot of air under it. Put Palmer in a tough spot, and she was unable to connect with all her might on that one. And it deflected about 2 feet out of play off her hand. And so now the Wildcats, after getting a little momentum with that service ace, have dropped 2 points in a row. Here's Kokelman. It's Shelby Rachel, Knutson, and now from the back row, it's going to be Abigail Palmer. Fielded by Victoria Nass. Kokelman, far side. It's Schmidt off the net and back to the Blazers' side. And Schmidt pats her chest and says, that's my fault. Didn't get enough on that one. Rare error today for Laura Schmidt. But as we said, she does have the most errors on this team. She also has the most attack opportunities, though, by far, 503. And Mary Franz has the second most at 321. Here's a serve by Ashley Calla, who checks in. taken by Narvarez. There's Kokelman in the middle. It's a two-handed bump over by Mary Franz. Here's the Wildcats attack chance and a nice put away by Alyssa Besh. Ashley Callow, who served it, will also set her up for the kill. And the Wildcats trying to claw back. Send this one to a fourth set, 21-17. Callow, another pop-up serve. Nass right at that time. Kokelman in the middle. It is Mary Franz. Is that a double hit or is that a Wildcat error? They're going to call a Wildcat error. Number 7, Abigail Palmer in the net. And is Corey Phelps going to use another timeout? No, it's just a sub. It's Maddie Mullins in for, excuse me, not Maddie Mullins, Bailey Reichen check back in for Gabby Narvarez. Here's Schmidt on the serve. Flips the top of the tape. Nice field by Rachel. There's Callow setting up number 18, Zoe Barr. Goes back row. It's Schmidt. Now it's Kokelman. On the left side, it's Reichen. Nice dig by Shani Hurd. There's Callow. Here's Abigail Palmer. That one's right at the libero, Victoria Nass. Kokelman, back row, it's Schmidt, and that one clips the top of the tape and comes back to the Blazers again. Schmidt, consecutive hitting errors, and the Wildcats just hanging around. They need some points quick. Lyndon Felser checks in. Shelby Rachel checks out. Serve will be Abigail Palmer. Here she is. Good field by Nass, and Kokelman. Oh, clever. All the Blazers laughing about that one. She had this, looks like she had the set up, but instead she redirected the ball right into the middle of that defense, and the middle of the court was unoccupied by St. Kate's, and now 2 points away from a straight set win are the Blazers, excuse me. It is Megan Coop to serve. Right at Abigail Palmer. There's Callow, and there is Alyssa Besh. It looked like Kokelman was going to be able to dig it out, but it took a deflection off her hands and went straight into the ground. And so it's a good job by Alyssa Besh, who has been a bright spot here today. Here's the serve by Besh, taken by Schmidt. Kokelman in the middle, and it is Sophie Stengel unable to elevate that one. Must have thought she was a little bit closer to the net, and instead of being able to put it inside that 6-foot line, she caught the middle of the net with it, too aggressive of an angle. So the Wildcats now down just 3 late in the third set, 23-20. Let's go and check out some more scores. Let's see what Twitter has to say. St. Mary's is taking on McAllister, and that one has gone final in volleyball. 25-20, 25-16, 25-12, the straight set win for Mike Lester and the Cardinal volleyball squad, who made the playoffs in the 5 seed last year. Bethel Royals and the Cobbers tied at 13 in the third set. Not sure what happened in the first 2 sets, but we will check on that and get back to you before this one is over. And that's it. That's all for scores we have. Here is Alyssa Besh, fielded by Schmidt. Kokelman, and there is Sophie Stengel, dug out by the Wildcats. Zoe Barr now with a chance. Victoria Nass digs it. There's Kokelman. This side, it is Callie Newman. Callie Newman gets on the board, has played very sparingly today, and now she's actually going to check out for Kelly Davenport. But a positive contribution for her puts the Blazers within 1 point of a straight set win over the Wildcats on the conference home opener for St. Kate's. Megan Coop to serve once again. Pardon me, that's Kelly Davenport. And it's off the arm of Shani Hurd, sent over on the third hit by Amber Zier. Here's Kokelman, and that is Sophie Stengel. Can the Wildcats keep it alive? No, they can't. Stengel with the game-ending kill. Oh, goodness, were the Blazers good today. Not much you can do if you're the St. Kate's Wildcats on this day. Number 18 in the nation, St. Ben's, comes into the newly renovated Butler Center on conference opening weekend and sweep the St. Kate's Wildcats 25-14, 25-12, and 25-20. We hope there isn't more of that ahead, but St. Thomas, Bethel, and Concordia are your next 3 for St. Kate's. The Tommies, number 17 in the nation. Concordia's made the playoffs 5 years in a row, and Bethel just outside of the playoffs last year, a solid squad that won 5 games. So a tough road ahead. 3 of those games are at home. St. Thomas, your next St. Kate's Wildcats matchup. That one is on the road. That's Wednesday at 7 p.m. over at St. Thomas. And back home next Saturday, Bethel is the opponent at 3 p.m. Then Concordia and Carleton, 7 p.m. starts on the 15th and the 22nd. Hopefully you found our broadcast today, and if you did, we appreciate it. Good job by our engineers, the Thompsons, for setting that up and thinking on your feet. Yeah, Glenn and Mike Thompson, thinking on your feet and being able to set up a broadcast at the last second. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Despite coming out on the wrong end today, St. Kate's fun to have you along. Fun to be here once again with TJ Broadcast Services to cover St. Kate's volleyball. Once again, St. Ben's 25-14, 25-12, and 25-20. The straight set win. They're 3-0 in the MIAC. St. Kate's drops to 0-3 and now 9-10 on the season. Our next broadcast, once again, next Saturday, 3 p.m., Matt Nelson will be here with you. We missed him today, but we are happy to welcome him back next Saturday against Bethel. Bethel, the opponent, on Stretch Internet? No, TJ Broadcast Services. YouTube, Google Hangouts is our provider here today. Good job, Thompsons. I'm Mike Gallagher. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll talk to you next Saturday.